Let's get one thing straight. I mean, let's just make one thing absolutely perfectly clear. Silksong is never coming out. The game isn't even f***ing real, guys. This is the biggest indie game community psyop of all time, and we've all fallen for it. Let's just set the expectations now. Silksong equals birds, right? And what do birds equal? Not real. So, if Silksong equals birds, and birds equals not real, it follows naturally by the transitive property of Team Cherry that Silksong equals not real. Even when that game does come out, you won't be able to convince me that it exists. I've been burned too many times at this point. Fool me once, blah, 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 but fool me like 10 times? I don't even know what reality is now. Thanks for that, you pack of P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way I'm just joking, guys. I love you. I love Australians too. Please release the damn game though. Our patience grows thin. But you didn't click on this video to watch me take a huff of copium and rant about Schrodinger's game. You're interested in Hollow Knight, the prequel to Schrodinger's game. Bet you'd never heard Hollow Knight called a prequel before, huh? Well, that's exactly the kind of outside-the-box subversive take you can expect to find here at the Backlog Gamer. But specifically, you want to know if Hollow Knight should be prioritized on your backlog today, in 2025, or whenever in the future you may be tuning in from. Well, future man, or woman,
Or girl, right, because at that point we didn't know.
let's discuss. There's honestly so much to say about Hollow Knight, I'm finding it a pinch overwhelming to organize my thoughts here. Between my wife and I, over 200 hours on Steam have been dumped into this little indie metroidvania made by 3 people, and that's not including the hours spent on the Switch version of the game, which we also own. There is not a single game I've recommended more times to more people more vehemently than Hollow Knight, and now, you know where I stand. This has become the de facto benchmark against which all modern metroidvanias are measured, and I haven't played Nine Souls yet, but I suspect Hollow Knight will continue to fill that role until a game so good finally dethrones it. Probably Silksong, is what I would say if that game existed, but since it doesn't, congratulations Hollow Knight, the throne is yours for the foreseeable future. But what's so great about it? Any aspect of it. Literally. F***ing take your pick. Great music? Check. Hand-drawn, visually stunning art style? Check. An immensely explorable and interesting world? Check. Fun combat and an absolutely stupid lineup of challenging, well-designed bosses? Check. Free DLC? Check. A cool and likely 60 plus hours of playtime? Check. The potential for extremely quick speedruns? Check. Deep lore? If you play this game, the one thing that I can promise you is you will be confused about what the hell exactly is going on.
It's good because it's not clear exactly what the hell it means. So, lots of wiggle room?
Yes.
And then inevitably be sucked down a rabbit hole after Googling Hollow Knight lore. Get ready to know Mossbag and Relia real well, that's all I'll say. But also, check. An extremely consumer-friendly price point. Check, 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 check. All of this creates a package that represents a solid gold value proposition, not to mention that this game, more than any other modern Metroidvania, has pushed the genre into its modern identity. Does your favorite Metroidvania contain aspects including but not limited to precision and pattern-based combat encounters, sparse Souls-like checkpoints, high-stakes exploration that encourages smart play lest you lose all your money by failing to overcome a challenge too many times in a row, a map filled in by exploration and checkpoint refreshing, expedited by finding a quirky little cartographer in the world, large-scale interconnectivity between an extremely varied set of biomes that still feels seamless to move through and pass between despite some stark differences in color and theme, using charms or some other passive perk system to create a build for your character in a Metroidvania. We have Hollow Knight to thank for popularizing that. Some, if not all of these aspects, aren't wholly unique to Hollow Knight, even within the subgenre space, but this was the first Metroidvania that brought all these together and showed the world what the genre could be.
Well, there's no shortage of concepts for sure. It's a rich gumbo of ideas and buzzwords.
But all this aside, the game is just fun. It's also beautiful to look at and listen to as you explore the world with simple combat that's easy to learn, tough to master as the player progresses. The charm system encourages experimentation and can result in a surprising depth of build strategies. It's at least deep for a game of this genre, and when you consider that this game was produced by a grand total of 3 wacky guys, it's really quite incredible. On the Backlog difficulty scale, where we rank game difficulty according to the swear words it forced out of us, Hollow Knight earns a score of bitch. Most of the bosses are a piece of cake for me now, but remember that 200 plus hours thing? I still have the scars of trying to beat the Soul Tyrant for the first time, the Nightmare King Grim, the harder version of Markoth, the Radiance, the Awakened Dream bosses, the Pure Vessel, Sly. Where are the scars, you ask? My head, of course. I bashed my head against a wall for 4 f***ing hours trying to beat the Nightmare King Grim the first time. There are many tough fights in this game. Also, if you try to conquer the Godhome Coliseum, where you fight every single boss in the game back to back to back with only a few benches in between, that challenge is a motherfucker. But it is optional. Truth be told, most of the toughest fights in this game are optional, but you'll still find it to be a tough experience at least the first time as you wade through the base game. So, I think bitch is fair. There are also some platforming challenges that will put your mastery of the knight's movement mechanics to the ultimate test. Hollow Knight is the rare case of a modern game that still is a genre pioneer. It's inspired a host of imitators and has also influenced, at the very least, almost every other metroidvania that's preceded it. But it's not just a rich legacy that makes this game special, it's a bloody good time to play. On the backlog scale, Hollow Knight earns our highest honor, Fast Track. If you enjoy the format of this video, remember to like and subscribe. Also comment below which games you'd like us to try next, and remember,
Papa nada.